Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Paul T. Thanks again for checking out the DSLR Chronicles, where together we will master filmmaking one frame at a time. So today's vlog is not necessarily a how-to vlog. It's again more along the lines of chronicling my filmmaking journey. So today we actually went and shot some of the second part of it. We still have one more to shoot. What happened was the weather was projected to be really bad this weekend. And so what I did on Tuesday of this past week was just get with everyone, ask them if they had a backup date that we could all get together on, because it looked like we weren't going to be able to shoot this weekend. Actually had a vlog I did early in the week, so you may want to check that out just for some reference. But anyway, we got to Thursday, and that was the day I was going to go around to everyone and say yay or nay as far as recording this weekend. And it looked like the weather was going to hold up, so I said, hey, let's go ahead and do it. And so got most of everybody back on board except for a couple. So what's going to happen is we're going to come back again and shoot this on the 30th. And not again, it's actually just the last little scene that we have. So that's going to get done on the 30th. So again, it was just me, the guy playing Diego, and then two other characters that are part of that scene. We shot that. To be honest with you, it was very gray outside. I was very, very much skeptical that we get anything done, because we had this gray overcast. And last minute, I checked the forecast the night before, and it was saying possible morning thunderstorms. When at prior to that, it didn't have that in there, so I was kind of worried about that. And then what we also did was we shot some more coverage or B-roll footage of Diego. That's going to cut in as the other two main actresses are talking about Diego in the scenes we shot a few weeks ago, which is the main driving story, the main driver of the story, which is that conversation having between the two of them. And then again, we're going to come back in a few weeks and then shoot the very last scene, and we'll be done. So I'm looking at, after I get all of that, editing will probably take me, not sure. So what I'm planning to do is, even prior to shooting that last scene, is to go ahead and marry everything up as far as matching the scenes with the audio dialogue, and then just going ahead and doing like a little preliminary edit, so that I get an idea of how the story is going to run, and then put everything together. And then maybe the only last piece of the puzzle will be that last scene, and then I can release it in mid-January. Just depends on what all I have that I got going on as far as other stuff. That is very labor intensive, which is nothing that bothers me. I love doing that stuff. It's just that between trying to make vlogs and then going and editing, I just kind of got to balance my time there. So we'll get it done. So some interesting tidbits of what happened today was I had a situation to where one of my PAs had a medical emergency, so she wasn't able to make it. And so then I also had another PA who just straight up told me, hey, Paul, I apologize, but I slept through my alarm. So they didn't make it. And so I was literally down to just one PA, which was a guy that I had operating my boom mic. So when we first started off, I had him, just doing the production slate, because we were just recording a lot of scenes that didn't have any audio, because these scenes were going to be cut in with the other conversation that's going on. And then lo and behold, someone who I had been conversing back and forth with on email, who had wanted to come out and kind of just shadow one of my PAs so that they can get an idea of what exactly a production assistant does. That person showed up, and so I was very happy to see her, because like I said, we were kind of short-handed. So that freed up my guy to be able to run the boom mic. And as he was doing the production slate, he was just kind of showing her how things go and what to do. So then she took over the production slate from him, and he went to the boom. And another thing I wanted to mention going along with all of that is because I usually have more people on hand as far as production assistants, I didn't have a lot of time to be switching out lenses and things like that. I wasn't able to run a second camera, so literally I shot every single scene today with my 24 millimeter lens, what they call a pancake lens. So this little booger right here, this is the Canon 24 millimeter lens, sometimes called the pancake lens, and literally, this is the lens I used the entire time. I had some step up rings because I have a 77 millimeter neutral density filter that I put on there, and yeah, so interesting enough, this lens, even though it's 24 millimeter, because of the crop of my Canon T6i, it shoots more like 35. I believe it's 38 actually. So 1.6 times 24 should be 38. So believe it or not, a lot of films are shot closer within the 28 to 35 millimeter range. So this was perfect. I got all of my shots done with just this lens right here. And, normally I'll have, some flexibility and I'll use like my Rokinon 35 millimeter, which shoots closer to 50. It's actually 56. But what's nice about the the Rokinon lens is it's f1.4. So that's a very clean lens. The 24 millimeter is 2.8. It's f2.8. It's still a good lens. Don't get me wrong. So it looks really great. But, and when I can get low on those f-stops, I try to do that as much as possible. So that lens held up perfectly. And so we got everything we needed done. And again, like I said, the only thing we have going forward is this very last scene between Diego, Congressman Wills, and then Diego's assistant, which is Orlando, Lawrence, and Micaiah. So looking forward to that. They're all pumped and ready for it. And we'll get it knocked out. And I've been updating the other two actresses, the main ones, just on the progress of what we've been doing because, I know that, they're anxious to see how their performance went. And they're anxious to share it with their friends and family and to show other people that are maybe looking to book them for their short films, which is really what this is all about. Like I said, we're at I call it the farm league, which is kind of like with baseball, this is the farm league right here. We're all, working together to try to just help everyone grow. So I do my short films, I write them, find people to act in them, I put them online for people to see, submit them to film festivals, and that in turn helps the people that agree to be on my projects to get more exposure for themselves, and then hopefully they go off on to bigger and better things, and that's how it works. So, but that's all I had for now, guys. I don't want to go on a long rant too late, right? But just kind of want to give some more behind the scenes, what a producer does as far as making short films, things like that. Like I say, the biggest thing that you deal with is a lot of uncertainty. Like I had no idea that I'd be short 2 PAs today. And then, so you got to kind of adjust for that. And, again, with the whole weather thing and stuff, me, I like to say that I don't like to shoot outside a lot. But again, I don't want all my films to look all the same because we're indoors all the time. Look like freaking Days of Our Lives or something like that, like a soap opera. So whenever I can, I like to get outside. And then it worked out pretty well. But again, just that whole churn in your stomach as you're watching as the week progresses that the weather's not getting better, it's just getting worse. And Houston weather is very fickle, so I see why a place like LA has the advantage on us because their weather's pretty constant year round. So anyway, that's all, guys. Again, I'll be doing more videos like this, just kind of chronicling my filmmaking journey. And then I'm going to be releasing some screenshots of what we did today, so be sure that if you're on Instagram, that you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, because I did a lot of snapping today, and I'm constantly doing snaps on Snapchat. And if you want to follow me, you can find me at IAM_Paul T. Again, that's IAM_Paul T. And I'm not really doing anything on Twitter, so I wouldn't advise you to follow me on there. I think Twitter's only going to really come into play when I start getting a bigger fan base and, people actually paying attention to what I'm saying. Not that they are now, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Twitter's more for like big celebs. And so I'm not a big celeb. So anything that I say on Twitter just kind of just goes off in the ether and is never heard from again. So again, thanks everyone for watching. More videos to come soon. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.